Hey guys, welcome to Pregnancy and Postpartum TV. Today we're doing a full body pregnancy stretch. This class is great for relieving back pain, sciatica, any other pregnancy symptoms or aches and pains. It really is truly just to make your body feel good and amazing overall. It is safe for all trimesters. However, ensure that during pregnancy you're not overstretching because we have that extra relaxin hormone. We can be at risk of overstretching, so make sure that none of the stretches are painful and just a gentle feel-good stretch. You don't need any equipment for these pregnancy stretches. However, I will give the option to use a yoga ball, a strap, and a chair for a couple of the poses, but you absolutely don't need any equipment if you don't have those available. Of course, I will keep making pregnancy and postpartum workouts, yoga, Pilates every week. If you like videos like these, subscribe and hit the notification bell. Coming up to standing, we will warm up before we move into our stretches, taking our feet wide apart, bend, bringing our arms up, taking some deeper breaths. Last one here. We can bring our hands to just above our knees, stretching through our groin. You can let one shoulder fall in. Good. Switching to the other side. Straightening our legs. Let's step together or hip width distance apart. Then rolling your shoulders. Going forward. Bringing our whole arms into it now, making sure you keep your ribs pulled in, protecting your core. Going forward. Last one, good. Let's cross one foot behind so we can get a nice stretch, and then reaching up and over, deep breaths into your side rib. Exhale, use your obliques, pull yourself back up, switching to the other side. Ballooning out through your side body for that nice stretch. Exhale. Coming up, bringing our feet wide apart, toes pointed forward. We can lunge back and forth. Let's pause on one side. You can drop your hip down. Moving to the other side. Good. Coming up, let's step together. We'll take a quad stretch. So you can grab onto your foot. If you wanted to hold on to a wall here or a chair, you can. Knee is reaching down towards the ground. Release. Grabbing your other foot. Releasing that foot. Let's take our feet wider apart, turn one foot towards the side and then the other foot in just a little bit. Arms out to the side. We're going to reach towards the side of the room. Drop that hand on your leg and reach up into triangle pose. Shoulders are stacked above your leg. I've got a fly here bothering me. Exhale. Coming up, turning your feet around to the other side. Reaching towards the side, stacking your shoulders. Really opening up through your groin, feeling a nice stretch through your front leg, spreading your toes. Exhale, come on up. We can clasp our hands or our elbows behind, gentle chest opener, pigeon toe your feet in, releasing forward. If it feels good, you can let your shoulders move up towards your ears, releasing your hands behind your head. When you're ready, bringing your hands back in towards your body. Exhale, coming all the way up. Let's step together. So if you have a chair, you can sit on your chair and do your piriformis stretch on your chair. If you don't, we'll come down to the ground. Let's bring our feet in, cross one ankle over, and then you can walk your bottom foot in. Sitting tall, stretching here. Good. Releasing your leg, switching to the other side. Sitting a little bit taller, then releasing. Good. Let's have a quick sip of water and then we'll move on to all fours. Moving into some pelvic tilts, we can round out through the lower back, tucking our tailbone under. Inhale, tipping your tailbone up, moving back and forth. Now we can push right into cat pose, rounding out through your whole back. And then inhale, looking up, lengthening through your spine. One more time, exhale, really pushing out through your lower back. Inhale, looking up. Good. Coming back to a neutral spine, making sure you're not dumping through your back. We're going to move into bird dog here. So exhale, engaging, pulling in your baby. We're going to lift up, release it down. Using these muscles is going to help prevent back pain. Last one on this side. Good. Moving to the other side. Trying to prevent your hips from rocking. Exhale as you lift. Last one. Good. Now we can take one hand, place it behind our head. We're going to open up for a gentle thoracic rotation. So this is different than a twist. We're not putting any pressure through our abdominal. We're just twisting through our chest. We're going to open up to the side and come back down again. On our next one, we can thread the needle coming all the way through, releasing your shoulder down to the ground, stretching through your upper back. Take a couple of breaths here. Good. When you're ready, you can press your hand in front of your face, Coming back up, and we'll do our thoracic rotations on the other side, bringing your other hand up just behind your ear, and then gently opening up to the side, coming back down again. Last one here, thread the needle on this side. Finding a nice place where you find a good stretch. Taking some deep breaths. And when you're ready, pressing back into the ground, coming back to all fours. Let's take some hip circles, and if your wrists are starting to bother you, you can either put a blanket rolled up underneath your wrists or come right down to your elbows. Going both directions. Coming back up, we'll move into a C stretch. So we're going to make a C shape with our spine and look back towards our tailbone. Moving to the other side. Moving back and forth a few times. Good. Let's bring our knees wide apart to make room for your belly. We can walk forward into a child's pose, releasing your forehead to the ground, walking your fingertips out, feeling length in your spine. Deep breaths into your back ribs, especially here. We can walk our hands over to one side for a nice side stretch. Let's walk our hands across to the other side. Good. Come on back up to all fours. Let's take another quick sip of water. Taking one leg out to the side, you can place the sole of your foot on the ground. If it feels good, you can come down onto your elbows here, drop through your hip, releasing into a nice stretch. Still avoiding letting your belly flop out. Moving to the other side. Come on up. Let's flex one foot and we can press out, stretching through the backs of our legs. If it feels good, you can rock back and forth. Moving to the other side. Bringing that leg in, tucking your toes, pressing into a downward dog. Again, you can be on your elbows here if that feels better for you. Both heels reaching down towards the ground, but it doesn't matter if they actually touch. Looking up at your belly, spreading your fingers and toes. We can shift our hips back and forth. We can also center one foot and then split between our big toe and our second toe, gently pressing that heel down towards the ground a little bit more. Switching to the other side. Moving back down onto our knees. Let's come up on our knees for a gentle chest opener. We'll do a modified camel here. So we can place our hands just above our bum here, making sure that we're keeping our ribs down and our belly pulled in to not stretch through our core. We can just lift our chest up, releasing our shoulders back, elbows pointing towards the back of the room. On an exhale, gather your core, pull your baby in, come on up. We'll move into a lunge. If you wanted to fold your mat up or have a blanket under your knee, you can. We'll shift forward, releasing through your hip. Shoulders are relaxed down your back. If you want to release down to the ground even more, you can take your hands on the inside edge of your front foot or even take your forearms down. When you're ready, pressing into your front foot, let's flex that foot, hinge at your hips, gentle hamstring stretch here. Come on up, we'll switch to the other side. If it feels good for you, feel free to release all the way down to the ground. When you're ready, pressing into your front foot, shifting back. We can come back down to a comfortable seated position. Let's circle our wrists. And we can gently pull back on our fingers, giving a gentle stretch. This shouldn't feel painful at all. And let's move, and we're going to pull back on our thumb now. Switching hands. Stretching your thumb now. Let's move into butterfly pose. We can bring our feet together, let our knees flop out. If it feels good, you can stay sitting tall, or you can also hinge at your hips, releasing forward. On your next inhale, coming up. Let's take our feet wide apart here, and we're going to, you can shift and sit back on your hands. And let's windshield back and forth. And when you're on one side, let's stay here, and then we can shift our weight into that one glute, and let's grab the top of our foot for a nice quad stretch here. Keeping your baby pulled in, your ribs pulled in. Releasing your foot, circling your arm. Good. We can switch to the other side. Releasing your foot, circling your arm. You can open up through your whole chest. Good. Coming back to the comfortable seated position. If you have a strap or a long sleeve shirt, you can grab it now. We'll take our hands up for a gentle chest stretch here. Keeping your ribs pulled in. And then bending one arm, stretching through just the other shoulder. Stretching to the other side. Good. We can move into a leg stretch now. If you have your strap, you can put it around your foot, but you can also just stretch here and fold forward. Finding length in your spine wherever you are. Open up through the center. We can reach up and over. Exhale, engaging your core, come up. Switching to the other side. Flexing your front foot. Releasing and shift open to the side. Exhale, come up. We're going to move into yogi squat here. If it's easy for you, you can stand up and slide down the wall. If it's available to you, you can come to all fours and then step into your yogi squat position, pressing your elbows into your knees, sitting tall. If your heels are coming off, you can roll up your mat or some toilet paper rolls under your heels. Let's place our hands down, and We can pop one heel off, stretching through the bottom of our foot. Shifting your weight back and forth to stretch out through your feet. Good. So we're going to come into a resting pose. You can either rest on your side if you have a bolster to lay over, or you wanted to lay over your yoga ball. That can feel really good as well. I'm just going to release over my yoga ball, release my head. I can release my arms open. Taking a couple of deep breaths wherever you are. Feel free to continue resting here, but if you want to finish up with me, you can circle your hands and find your way back to a seated position. Thank you so much for joining me. You did amazing. I hope that your body is feeling great after that class. Of course, I will keep making pregnancy stretches, yoga, Pilates, and workouts every week. If you like videos like these, subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'm also going to link to my free resources for pregnancy in the description box below. I have an ebook on how to reduce and cope with pain during labor, as well as a pregnancy meal plan that I put together as a registered dietitian. I will link to the whole pregnancy workout and yoga playlist. You can save it and come back to the different workouts whenever you like. I'm also going to link to my 7-day pregnancy challenge right there.